Hello and welcome back to Attiny85 Tech. In this video, I'm going to show you to make a very simple mini RGB LED cloud with using an Attiny85 microcontroller. Let's get started. And these are the items you're going to need to make for this project. The items you're going to need: a piece of cotton, a 3-volt button cell battery, a 3-volt button cell battery holder, a push-button lock switch, an Attiny85 microcontroller, an 8-pin IC socket holder, a 51 ohm resistor, a Perfboard, an RGB LED common cathode, and a piece of cardboard. And this right here is the schematic that you're going to need to follow to create this circuit. Now let's go ahead and assemble this project and let's get started. First, what I need to do is modify this LED, and what I need to do is cut off the tip of the LED. Doing this will allow the LED light to disperse more evenly. Cut it off closest to the tip. There we go. If you go too deep, the LED won't work. Smooth off the edges. And there, nice and flat. Now let's go ahead and test it out and see if it still works. And as you can see, it works, and you can see that the LED light is more dispersed. And place it inside the piece of cotton, you can see the LED light makes a whole entire piece of cotton glow. Next, I'm going to take the Perfboard, and then take the 8-pin IC socket holder and place it over here. Press it down. Next, take a soldering iron with a little bit of solder and place a little solder on the tip of the soldering iron. There we go, a little bit of molten solder. Press down on the 8-pin IC socket holder and place that molten piece of solder onto the first pin of the IC socket holder. Melt it in place so that way the IC socket holder stays in place easier while pressing down on it, and you can see it makes it nice and flush. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and solder the rest of the pins in place. And there we go, the IC socket holder is now soldered into place. Next, I'm going to take the 3-volt button cell battery holder and place it into the Perfboard. Placing it right here looks good. And now solder it into place. Next, I'm going to take the push button lock switch and I want to place it in between pin 8 of the IC socket holder and the positive terminal of the 3-volt button cell battery holder. Put it into place, just like this. Press it down so it's flush with the Perfboard. And now bend over the leads so that way it stays onto the Perfboard. And doing this will make soldering easier. And now solder it into place. There we go. Next, take a bridge wire and I want to connect the positive terminal of the 3-volt button cell battery holder and connect it to the push button lock switch. And now solder it into place. And there we go. And now add more solder to make it more secure. Cut off the excess. Next, take another bridge wire and connect the push button lock switch over to pin 8 of the IC socket holder. Solder it into place. Cut off the excess, and there, she'll look just like this. Next, I'm going to take the 51 ohm resistor and want to connect it over to pin 4 of the IC socket holder and the negative terminal of the 3-volt button cell battery holder. Place it in just like this. And now bend over the leads. Solder it into place, and then solder bridge it together. And there, she'll look just like this. Cut off the excess. And there, this part of the circuit is now complete. Next, I'm going to take the RGB LED common cathode, and I want to connect the anodes over to pin 5, 6, and 7, and then the cathode over to pin 4. And I want to place the LED on this side of the board. And what I need to do is modify this LED by bending the leads of the LED and turning it into a surface mount component. Simply take the cathode and separate it from the anodes. And I'll bend the anode leads in a 90-degree angle. And then bend the cathode in the opposite direction in a 90-degree angle. And there we go, it should look just like this. And now separate the anodes a little bit, so that way they can align with pin 5, 6, and 7. Cut off some of the excess. And there, everything is more even. And now place it over to pin 5, 6, and 7. Make a light temporary solder so it holds in place. And now adjust the pins and do another temporary solder. And now add more solder and solder it into place. Next, solder in the cathode lead. And now bend the lead in a 90-degree angle going this direction. Next, I'm going to take this wire and solder it over to pin 4 and the cathode of the LED. And there we go, solder to pin 4. And now solder to the cathode of the LED. Next, I'm going to take the Attiny85 microcontroller and place it into the IC socket holder. Place it in just like this. And there, now it's connected. And now take the 3-volt button cell battery and place it into the 3-volt button cell battery holder. And there, the circuit is now complete. Now let's go ahead and push the button and test it out. And there, as you can see, it works. Very nice. And now it's time to create the housing. I have this piece of cardboard and I'm going to take some measurements to create the right size housing that is best suited for the circuit. So what I need to do is take a measurement and figure out how to make a circle that fits the circuit. So the diameter should be about 8 centimeters, so I need to put the LED around 4 centimeters, which will be the radius of 4 centimeters. And I'll take my compass and measure the radius to be 4 centimeters, that way I can be able to create an 8 centimeter circle. Place it onto the cardboard, figure out the position. This looks right, and now I'm going to go ahead and draw out the circle. And there, I made the circle. Now cut it out. And there, I have the cut out circle. And this dot right here is the center of the circle. I'm going to take the screwdriver, which is the same size as the LED, and make the hole a little bit bigger. And now I'm going to take the LED and place it inside the hole, and as you can see, it fits. Cut off the excess cardboard. And there, the LED shines perfectly inside. Place the cotton on top, and as you can see, the cotton glows. Next, I need to measure the circumference of the circle. I'm going to take this wire and wrap it around this circle, so that way I can get the measurement of the circumference. And there we go, it's about this length. Make a little mark. And there, that is the length I need. Place it onto the piece of cardboard. Stretch it out a little bit. And right there is where I need to cut. Now I need to get an idea of the width of where I need to cut, and it looks like it's about this big compared to the circuit, so that way the circuit is properly housed. I believe 6 centimeters looks good, but I think I'll go for 10. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a line. And And now I know where to cut, so I'm going to cut out the cardboard. And there, here's my piece of cardboard. Next, what I need to do is wrap the cardboard around the circle. First, what I need to do is roll up the cardboard. Rolling it up will make it easier to fit around the circle. Tightly roll it up. And as you can see, I accidentally cut it too short, so I need to make another one. And there we go, I cut out a new one. And there, it perfectly fits. Next, I'm going to take a dab of hot glue and place it right here onto the piece of cardboard. Take my circle and put it into the glue. Next, take some more hot glue and place it onto the cardboard, so that way I can roll it around the circle. And then that way it can be glued into place. And there we go, it is now glued into place. And it should look just like this. And now add some more hot glue and place it inside the housing. Doing this will make it more secure. And there, should look just like this. Now I can take the circuit and I can place it inside. And before I do that, I'm going to add some hot glue and put it onto the LED, so that way I can glue it into place. Place it in. And there, the circuit is now glued into place. Add some more hot glue to glue down the circuit so it stays more secure in place. Next, I'm going to take this piece of cotton and I need to stretch it out to make it more fluffy so it looks more like a cloud. There we go, fluff it up. And there, now it looks like a cloud. Scrunch it into a ball so it has more of a rounded shape. Add some hot glue on top of the housing. Take the cotton and glue it into place. Press it down into the hot glue. Fluff up the cotton a little bit more to make it more cloud looking. And there, should look just like this. And as you can see, the project is now complete. Let's go ahead and test it out. Push the button. And as you can see, it works. And as you can see, the cloud is changing colors. Now let's go ahead and adjust the light. Ah, this looks very nice. Now let's see how it looks even darker. Ah, as you can see, this looks very nice. You can see the entire cloud is glowing and changing different colors. Very nice. And now let's see how this looks in the complete darkness. And as you can see, it still looks very nice. Very mesmerizing and very beautiful with all the different colors. And there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own mini RGB LED cloud with using an Attinty85 microcontroller. As you can see, it's very beautiful and very mesmerizing. Thank you for watching SciTech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified of future SciTech videos. Till the next tech, goodbye.